Hello and welcome back to another video feature of the Immersive Worlds Handbook. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm looking at a bottle of wine, and it's not just any bottle of wine. It is 19 Crimes. And if you know about 19 Crimes, they have introduced a pretty innovative app. And one of the things I talk about in the Immersive Worlds Handbook is the growth of augmented reality. And certainly when I wrote the handbook, augmented reality wasn't necessarily as developed as it is today. That being said, I still think that designers in themed immersive spaces haven't taken enough advantage of the use of augmented reality. So if you're familiar with the concept, the idea is that you could use an app, and typically it would be an app that maybe allowed you to interface on top of a real space and pull up information. But in this particular case, it actually allows you to interact with the product. And in this sense, I think it really does have an appeal because it creates something immersive, a narrative going on at the level of the product itself. And of course, the placement of this, say in a grocery store, the grocery store itself typically isn't themed. So this, I think, allows for a different level of storytelling. I had heard about this online on social media. I saw some examples of it, and it actually made the difference when I went to buy a wine. I saw the 19 Crimes and I said, I have to buy it. Obviously, for my purposes, for research, studying it is maybe different than typical consumer, but I think it does allow you to interact with the brand, the product in a different sense. So I'll just show you how the app works, and it's quite simple, but I think it's pretty innovative. So you download the app either on the Android or the iTunes store, and you basically interact with it.
Convicted of crime 18, spared the hangman's noose, vanished to Australia. I found true love in the most unlikely of places. The spirit of a rogue sustains when the bars of man impede. For no cage can hold that which is boundless, no man stop that which is fated to be.
Okay, I'll turn the volume down. That shows you a little bit of the experience. And again, what's cool about this, if you know about augmented reality, and I'm just trying to get this in focus here in the camera, but you know, what's cool about it is obviously as you're interacting with it, there's movement, right? It's turning the let me put my finger next to it, see if you can kind of see the effect there, right? How it works. So it's superimposing on top of the actual image on the wine. You get a little bit sense of the glitch there because it's detecting my finger. So what's cool about this new level of technology is that essentially you're interacting with a product or an environment, and obviously it's keeping you're still getting the perspective of the rest of the environment around the object that is now an augmented form of reality. If you click on the share button, you can, I guess, share it to Facebook. And so it's pretty simple. The app itself, it doesn't do a lot other than this particular form of interaction, but it certainly seems like it's enough. And again, if this makes the difference in terms of someone buying this wine over another wine, it seems definitely like it's something worthwhile to pursue. But beyond that, I would argue that if you take this to a much broader or macro level, if you go to the latest World Exposition or the last one in 2015, Japan had a very interesting pavilion I actually didn't get to see, but they had one where you could basically put your smartphone, your device, in a particular holder, and it loaded information on your device that allowed you to interact with the expo spaces in additional and more immersive senses. And I think it would be cool, as I haven't gone to the 19 Crimes website, which is up on the screen behind us here. And you can see the website here. But one of the things I was thinking about was maybe in the future, in spatial senses, you could use more of these technologies to interact using your smart device with products, certainly with experiences in themed immersive spaces. And it really does, I think, allow designers and developers and operators of spaces to see the much broader potential. The other thing you can do, and this is my concept of the live space I've talked about in some of my research, is you can imagine products or experiences that when you bring them home, there is, the augmented reality allows you to continue your interaction or to build on the storytelling and so forth. Steven Soderbergh recently released an app that maybe I should review as well called Mosaic, that is almost like a choose your own adventure story, but it's all filmmaking done on the app that gives the user a greater opportunity to choose the direction of the narrative. And I think this is where it's going in terms of the life space. It's connecting with your own experiences, and it's allowing you to live the experience more fully. And that's really, I think, what the potential of augmented forms of immersive reality get us into. So that is it today, looking at 19 Crimes, the wine, and also the app experience. Please do come back for additional video features of the Immersive Worlds Handbook.